People in church are like a cold cup of water. Then there's people on the street who are like a warm cup of water. Me, the word I have from God is ice. So it'd be a waste of my time to put ice cubes in a cold cup of water when it's already cold. So I take the ice and I put it in a hot cup of water. Now, with the water being hot, it's eventually going to melt if you only put a few cubes in it. But if I put more than enough cubes in there, the water will cool down and you'll see the ice start to stay at the top. The ice will shrink, but it'll still be in there and the water will become cold. I say that to say this. There are enough of us that go to church every Sunday or in this world that have things that we have so much of it we don't even need or can't even use. When there's people out here that have nothing or haven't even heard about the greatness of God or don't even know how to tap into the power of the spiritual and able to get manifestations and dreams to even become a reality. Those are people we should be reaching out to. Your word and the things you say and the things you do, your gift you have is ice cubes for warm water. It's ice cubes for people that need things. You might have clothes in your closet, somebody that you can't even wear, but you're just hoarding them, and somebody might not have anything. Do for them today. You might be a barber, and somebody can't afford a haircut, and every down the street they just so raggedy and nasty. Do for them today. If you're a chef, you got people that's hungry, you know they haven't eaten. Cook for them today. If you're an apostle or a deacon or someone in the church and you know someone's in need, God has placed it upon your heart to give a prayer to them, to reach out to them. Let them know that they are loved and they have family that is not just blood, but in the body of Christ, they have family and love that they need and that can use whenever they have to. Call on me, my brother, if you need me. Call me, my sister, if you need me. That's what I'm here for. So while y'all worry about keeping these cold glasses of water cold, you got so many warm glasses of water over here that ain't never ever had ice put in it. And that is what you are for. I'll say it again. Part of becoming great and manifesting things that will help you be prosperous all come from God. And being a part of that family, being a part of that body is amazing because you are giving gifts that you use to become prosperous. When you are a barber, you cut hair better than anybody else. When you are a chef or a cook, you cook better than anybody else. When you have a green thumb and you do yards for a living, you cut grass better than anybody else. When you are an artist, as far as music, as far as playing instruments, as far as being an artist with the paint palette, you do it better than anyone else. So what do? You go out there and you practice. You know how you practice? You practice by doing things for free. You might cook and give people samples. You might give free haircuts out. You might do a song for somebody or paint a picture for somebody. All that is practice. From practice is you make yourself perfect. And what happens from that is people start to see your gifts and what you can do. Then they pour into that. And once they pour into that, you're becoming prosperous. But how it started from a gift that you got from God. And you imputed. So you took your ice cubes and started putting them in hot water. Putting them in warm cups of water. You started reaching out to people that needed you. You started using gifts for people that needed you. And when people saw what you can do, the word got out. And so you became prosperous. That all came from God. It all started because you took your ice cubes and placed them in a hot cup of water, warm cup of water, instead of cold. It's just like when God came through town. Jesus came through town. My mistake. Jesus came through town. And he was going to sup with someone. And there was people you could have sup with. They was all biblical people that believed in him and couldn't wait. Yes, Jesus, we love you, Jesus. But he stopped and saw one little man standing in a tree named Zacchaeus. Zacchaeus was a politician. And Zacchaeus was a tax collector. What happened was, he says, that come off that tree, little man, I'm going to eat with you. And people were like, why would you go to his house? He ain't no good. Why you want to spend time with you holy like that? Because everybody needs my time and my attention. Jesus could have went and put his cubes and invested them in cold cups of water, but he didn't. He took the one warm cup of water that was begging to see him and put the cubes in his cup. That's what we need to do today. Make sure you're helping those who need help. It's easy to help someone you love. Easy to forgive someone you love. Easy to go out and help somebody that has something because you think they can pay you back. But can you take that same love, that same spirit, that same gallon of ice, and break it up and put it in some cups that are warm? Because that's when you truly are living for God. And that's when you truly will reach your greatness.